everyone, welcome to Millennium Computers online 5-minute tutorial series. Today's course is going to take a quick look at one of the latest enhancements to the column level filters. Now this is a feature that I've talked a lot about and I really hope you're already taking advantage of when you're looking to really customize the display on certain reports by using column level custom filters. I'll give you a quick recap on what we're talking about and show you the latest enhancement as of version 4.3.13 that's now available. I'm going to show you a couple quick samples. The first one starting in fast student reporting, but keep in mind this is what we call a portal change, and so this particular feature is now available in any fast application. I'm going to run a quick course summary report in fast student reporting, and I'm just going to run this with a function-based filter of current term. Now you're welcome to add additional filters here. I could refine this by campus, I could refine this by subject, or any other number of filters. In this case, I'd like to see a global view of all the sections of all the courses scheduled for this current term. Now when this report draws, I'm going to see, in this case, a record count of just over 1,300 individual sections. And what I want to show you is a new feature that we've added to the column level custom filters. Now to access the custom filters at the column level, all we do is click on the column header for the column we'd like to make changes to. If I click on room, for instance, I can select Apply Custom Filters, and this relates to column level filters. So in other words, those filters that can't be applied on the Filter Options tab, but I'd like to now refine my results even further by adding a column level filter. Now we've always been able to add custom filters when we want to refine it by a particular code, a series of characters, or if we're talking about finance or budget and forecasting, we've always been able to refine it to display values greater than or less than a particular dollar amount. The one thing we've never been able to do is refine it to include null or not null values. Let's change this to show all those lines where the room currently has a null value. In other words, I'm trying to find all the courses for this term that don't yet have a room number assigned. Let's go ahead and apply those filters. And so now I have a smaller report, in this case, just about 500 results, where my room number is now blank. This is going to allow me to work through this content, either subject by subject or department by department, and be sure that I've assigned a building and room number for all of the courses that I'm responsible for. And now through the magic of video editing, I've quickly jumped into fast finance reporting just to show you another quick sample of how this new tool might be useful. I've accessed my total vendor spend report in fast finance reporting, and I'm just going to execute this with a fiscal year selected and a default chart. Now in this case, I've got a pretty comprehensive list here of a particular fiscal year by period, all my FOPL details, and the total amount of dollars I've spent through different payment methods to each of my vendors. Now, in this case, what I'd like to do is isolate those line items that either do or do not contain an organization code. So on my org code header, I would simply click on that bar, select Apply Custom Filters, and now instead of isolating this to include or exclude specific values, I'm just simply going to say show rows where my org code field is either null or not null. For this particular example, let's go ahead and select not null. Now I've refined this to 1,600 records, and if I'd like to see the opposite, the quickest way to change this filter is just to click on my filter trail, and I can either click remove to remove the filter completely, or I can change the drop-down from not null to null, and then click apply filters again. And now it's re-summarized the page to show me, in this case, all line items that do not include an org code. I hope this was a helpful introduction on how to use the latest features, null and not null, on your column level filters.